Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nick, and today we're doing a little cast video. I fancied making some Sims and I thought, oh, maybe I'll just record it, and I don't know yet if I'll play with these in my own time or if I'll add them in anywhere. I'm not sure. I always fall in love with these Sims as I make them. And yeah, I just thought, do it specifically as like a vanilla Sims cast, because I don't use any mods in my game or any custom content. The only mod I use is the UI cheats to sort of cheat up needs when I need to. But I only use the vanilla gameplay basically and the vanilla items. And I think you can now, with all the updates and everything, and also I do have a lot of packs. I have all the packs, so obviously that helps with clothes and everything, but I think you can really make very realistic looking Sims with all the new skin details they've now given us. So yeah, this is meant to kind of showcase that, because I think, so this is Quinn, my first Sim, and I think she's gonna end up looking really great and like a real human Sim. Obviously not a real human because she is a Sim, but yeah, what I do is I just start, my base is I start with a certain face, and then a body type, and then I start molding, and I adjust the skin color to what I want it to be, and then I start molding the face and everything. And I try to basically not pay attention to what's conventionally beautiful, if that makes sense. I just concentrate on each feature of my Sim. And personally I like faces that have little quirks, in human beings. And so I do like that in Sims as well. I don't really like to have a very symmetric face or the really full lips with a tiny little nose and what seems to be the sort of influencer beauty standard, I guess. So yeah, that's how I kind of make my Sims. And sometimes when I don't know what eyes to use, I just click one and I'm like, well, I'm just going to work with this, because otherwise I find I always end up choosing the same preset, and then every Sim kind of looks the same. I think my Sims still have a certain style. We probably all do that, where we're a bit biased on what we're using, so they do end up looking somewhat related, but I think Quinn still looks very unique in the end. And yeah, and then I've just added all these different skin details. I was going through all the different ones because I don't create Sims that often, so I kind of forget what is basically. But I think it just makes them look so much more human. I don't know, I really love all the new skin details that we've got. And yeah, like here I gave her a little bit of a under eye, like eye bags, because a lot of people have that. I have that a little bit, and I don't think it makes someone look less attractive. It's just human, right? And it kind of adds to the face, and I think it's really beautiful. And then I was really struggling with her hair. I kind of skipped through a little bit of that because otherwise it would have been so long. And then I decided to make her a brunette instead of a blonde woman. I don't know why. I just thought it was a nice contrast to her blue-grey eyes. And then I was finally finished. I also added all these piercings and stuff, which already kind of gave her a vibe. And then based off of that, I chose what she would wear. And I just love when that kind of then informs the Sim's personality a little bit, and you kind of figure out slowly what you want them to be like if you didn't have an idea. Sometimes you just go into create a Sim and you just create a Sim without a story in mind or anything, and then it kind of, the story emerges from there. And the more I was making her, I then started deciding, okay, I'll want her to have a daughter and her to be a single mum. I don't know where that came from, it just kind of came. But yeah, so she has this very sort of relaxed vibe, and I just kind of like it. I like what she's wearing and everything. And I always make sure that everything has the makeup and the nails and everything on there. And when it comes to sportswear and those kind of things, I take off the makeup. Because who's so crazy that they wear makeup in bed or when they're working out? I don't know, not me. I mean, I know some people do that, but I sweat like crazy, so I would not wear makeup at the gym. So yeah, I was struggling a little bit with her formal wear because I felt like she was very casual and relaxed, but I found something that I thought suited her in the end, and I think she ended up looking really cool. And yeah, you'd be surprised how long it took me to make the sim. It's kind of ridiculous when you start from scratch. I don't know about you guys. Please let me know how long it takes you to create a sim. If I really get into it, it can take forever with all the options, and I don't even have different clothes for each thing. I don't usually do that, actually. I create a sim and then I start playing and then I start adding outfits because I feel like otherwise it's too overwhelming, it's too much, and then I can't be bothered to play anymore. So I don't know yet what I'm going to do with Quinn. I thought I might add her into the Honey May Sims file and play with her in there. Oh, she's so gorgeous. And yeah, I always try to change up the hair a little bit because we don't usually always wear our hair the same. So I try to do that and change the makeup up a little bit. Change the makeup up, yeah. Change the makeup up a little bit for each outfit, especially if it's like party wear to formal wear. It's a little bit different, or you know, summery vibes isn't as dark maybe. So yeah, it took me quite a long time, and then now we're getting to the summer wear where I thought, you know what, I'm going to give her a little bit more colour, because in the other stuff she's a bit more dark in the outfits for nighttime and stuff, for party wear. So I thought, give her a little bit more of a summery vibe, and then I gave her character traits and everything based off of what I had made her into, I guess. And I made her a maker, I made her a hothead, because I thought, you know, I don't know, like I like for people to have flaws, and sometimes it can be something good as well. And then what was the other thing I did? Oh yes, family oriented, because I thought, yeah, her daughter will be her everything. So that's how I wanted her to be. And then finally also gave her her name, which is Quinn Lester. But I think she turned out really cool. I don't know, I'm really in love with her. I think she looks so pretty in her own way. She looks really unique, I think. And I don't know how old I would say she is. Maybe sort of in her early 30s, I was thinking. And then also I try to be specific with certain things, like the walk. I always change up the walk, although I do wish we had more. And the voice. And I also gave her the sexual preferences and all of those things. I changed all of that up, but I didn't give her any likes and dislikes, because I just think that's a little bit overwhelming sometimes, and it kind of happens through gameplay anyway, so I don't feel like I need to do that. So yeah, that's Quinn. And I think I'm going to upload her to the gallery, so you can also download her if you would like. Obviously, if you don't have all the packs, there'll be items missing, but it won't be any mesh or anything like that missing, or any hair going weird, or I don't know how it works when you have custom content. And her face won't look any different, I don't think. It will look the same. And here's her daughter, which I made straight after, and her name is Naomi. I don't know how I come up with these names. I don't actually randomly generate them. I don't know. I just look at the sim and I'm like, I will go with this name. It just kind of happens. Oh yes, and Naomi is very different than her mum. I decided she wants to be very girly, wear dresses, she loves pink, and she wants to paint her nails. I was not allowed to paint my nails when I was that age. I think I was allowed to have one painted nail per hand. I think that was the deal. But Naomi is allowed to have painted nails, but only fun colours. And they all have to be different colours. No, I think that's just her preference. And yeah, I just gave her sort of girly vibes. And I think she looks so much like her mum, obviously, because we generated her just with her mum. But sometimes I change little things up here and there. But yeah, she's really pretty, and I love the new hairs that came with Adventure Awaits as well. So I gave her only the new hairs. Do you do that as well, where a new pack is out and then you just use only the stuff from that pack? I do have my favourite packs for clothes. I think actually, unfortunately, there's quite a couple of kits that I use frequently when it comes to clothes. But yeah, I guess if they're specifically catered to that, it kind of helps. Oh yeah, and then she's got the new aspiration from Adventure Awaits, and then she's also very adventurous, because I thought that would be fun to make her an adventurous kid. And there she is, so cute. And yeah, and her mum, and I think they both look interesting. And obviously I think custom content is really great, and I love watching other people's Sims and seeing other people's Sims and how cool they look. But for me, it is vanilla, and I love my vanilla Sims. And I think that you can make very interesting looking Sims without custom content. So yeah, I don't know. that was the video. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, please do give it a like, give it a little comment. Let me know about your Sims and how you make your Sims. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.